Hello everybody, this is another update. Mile marker 361, let's remember this, right? I-84 westbound, mile marker 361, and say go back about a quarter mile. Stranded motorist, I saw them off the side of the road, flat tire. I decided to pull off and roll back downhill and check on them, make sure they're okay. Unfortunately, there's nothing I could do, and I kind of feel bad. But I stuck around with them and trying to help them figure out. They have these this little air compressor, so they tried to inflate their tire, only to realize there was a major leak in that tire. And no sooner they took the compressor off, the tire just it deflated again. So there must be like a major leak hole in that tire. They probably have to get a new tire, because I seriously doubt it's something that can be fixed. It's probably bigger than what can be plugged. But so while that's going to delay me, again, the better, more positive bill here. I saw a stranded motorist, and I felt compelled to offer whatever assistance I could lend them. And even though it wasn't much, it was just moral support, I guess. I don't know. I was there until they kind of figured out that they're stuck. They ain't going anywhere. The hope was to inflate the tire enough so they could go down the road, turn around, go back into Ontario to get the tire fixed. And I feel bad for her, because she was on her way to Pendleton to go watch her daughter play a game, I guess, baseball. I don't know what they're playing, but she had a game, and so unfortunately this mother is going to miss her daughter's game because of a flat tire. Although they have called for help, they don't have roadside assistance, to say the least. But what they do have is they have someone who's home that's on their way now, that's bringing up the tools, bringing up a jack, because they didn't have that, and they didn't even have a spare in their car. And it was a Kia, kind of like my mom's car, but like the donut that I absolutely detest in my car, I don't know that would have even fit on their car, and otherwise I just gave it to them. In hindsight, maybe I should have tried to give it to them and see. Maybe we should have done it, because I had a jack. I have a jack, and I have a lug wrench. And well, maybe it wasn't so helpful after all. Shit. Now I'm an asshole. Yeah. But I mean, there's no guarantees that would have even helped them, to be honest, because I remember when I blew out my tire and I had to have the donut put on my car back in Kentucky, the roadside assistance technician that showed up, oh wow, it's so beautiful. I'm marveling at the river here, sorry. He said that he couldn't even get it inflated to, where it needed to be, that there's something jacked up with that tire too. So in all actuality, pawning off a donut to them that I know is inferior could potentially cause more problems than not. So, maybe I'm not such an asshole after all. At any rate, so I'm going to be delayed a little bit. And you know what? I'm not even complaining about that, because it was the right thing to do, right? I see so many stranded motorists anymore, and I guess that was the other thing about Kentucky that kind of changed me is that when I was a stranded motorist, nobody stopped. Nobody bothered to say, hey, you know, are you all right? Do you need a hand? You know, if you got someone coming. Hell, there was even a cop that drove by, just blitzed right on by, not a word, didn't say anything, didn't, you know, and from my understanding is Kentucky cops, the state troopers, they don't stop and lend any kind of assistance to motorists whatsoever, which is unfortunate. It's kind of a shame, but, you know, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So when I can, when it's safe to do so, and when I'm not pressed for time going somewhere else, the next town here is Huntington. You know, that's where they would have had to go. I don't think there's any services here in Huntington, so they would have had to come to Huntington just to turn back to go back to Ontario. And that's essentially what they're going to do. Their game plan is to jack up their car, pull that tire off, and although there is a TA here, I wonder if that truck stop could have helped them. I digress. But essentially that's what they were going to do, is they're going to, you know, the person that came up, whoever this person is, bringing the tools and equipment that they need, they were going to essentially leave the car there on the side of the road and go back to Ontario and see if they can't get the tire repaired. But like I said, I'm seeing Huntington here, and there is a truck stop here, but I don't know that there is a truck stop that has facilities to fix tires. I'm looking. Oh, there's a tire service. Though I don't know if it's open, but at any rate, I'll say a little prayer for their protection, and hopefully they get their situation taken care of. I did see a state trooper. I passed a state trooper not too far back, and maybe he'll get a wild hair and come up this way, and he'll spot them, he'll find them, and then he'll maybe he can help them somehow. I don't know. But update. Roadside assistance out of Ontario, going towards Baker. I'm in Baker County now, so at any rate, I'm gonna get back to the road, and happy trails. I'll talk to you later. Bye.